I'm Isaiah and welcome back to my topic channel. So, I've gotten a lot of media, movie related stuff in the past 4 months from March to now. Just like the video game haul. If you did not see that video, go check it out. It was just uploaded. So now I'm going to be showing you guys all of the movies and like media stuff I have gotten over the past 3 months. So we obviously got some Blu-rays, but actually this is kind of rare for me now. We actually have some regular DVDs thrown into the mix. So we got regular DVDs and we got Blu-rays. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so let's start with the regular DVDs first and we can get them out of the way. So, I actually got pretty lucky with some of these. So let's get into these. So I bought this first DVD because I couldn't find it on Blu-ray, but I'm glad I was able to find it in this format. So I got the Laugh Out Loud collection with Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2. I love both of these films. Now, funny story about the Grown Ups films, I've seen 2 first, and then I waited like 5 years, and then I finally was able to see the first one. So I watched the first one, absolutely loved it, went back and saw the second one. These films are so great. Like, you might not like them, you might love them. I personally love them. These are great Adam Sandler movies, and I'm glad I was able to find them on this collection. Okay, so the next one, I actually had to rebuy this one I'm about to show you because there was a cracked in the disc. I got the first classic Ninja Turtles first season on DVD. This is such a good show. It's probably underrated now because there's not a lot of like action in this. It was more like a comedic one because it was trying to be like family friendly for them, and it was trying to teach people from right or wrong. And obviously got in the 80s it was popular, 90s even, but like once like those more action packed shows came out, this show kind of died out. But luckily they came back on like the darker, grittier versions as they are now. But I highly recommend the classic series if you're just trying to get like a nice laugh out of something old. But the Ninja Turtles are such big pop culture icons. I highly recommend the original series. Okay, the next ones, they actually came in a set. I got Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. They came in a DVD box set. The box is actually somewhere else, but I do have the other two. I have the deep discs to show you. So here's the funny thing. Every single time you find Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, they're mostly always packed together. So we have Billy Madison, which I've seen a bunch of times, and I love Billy Madison. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. It is so funny. The writing is fantastic. It's one of the greatest Adam Sandler movies of all time. And Happy Gilmore, I now have the DVD, so I can finally see it in full. I've never seen it in full, so now I'm able to go back and watch both these films. Absolutely love Adam Sandler, love all of his movies, so that was pretty good. Now the next one is this guy whose life unfortunately ended too short and his movie career could have kicked off. We got the best of Chris Farley on Saturday Night Live. Chris Farley is one of the funniest guys of all time. I really wish that he was alive and he could make more movies. He unfortunately died in 1997, but he is such a funny guy. He's such a comedic genius, and luckily his legacy lives on through his clips, through his movies, and just through everything that he's done. And funny thing, you guys all know how Mike Myers is the voice of Shrek. He was actually going to be the original voice of Shrek. But Chris Farley, rest in peace, he's one of the funniest guys ever. Now speaking of Chris Farley, we have his most popular movie of all time, and unfortunately one of the only movies he's ever done, Tommy Boy. Now I have not yet seen this movie, but since I now have the DVD, I'm going to be able to watch it. So now I have Tommy Boy. I always found like full screen versions, like not the potential widescreen. If you don't know, full screen is just like movies that they cut out a lot of stuff, like not important, but actually they sometimes cut out important stuff that you're supposed to be watching in the movie to understand it. But now I have it in widescreen, and actually thanks to my uncle, because I went through his old DVDs and actually found all of them, and he let me have them. So those are all the regular DVDs. So without further ado, let's get into the Blu-rays. Alright, so the Blu-rays, we actually have a nice assortment to show you guys. Now, correct me if I'm wrong if I showed you this already, but I have the Addams Family on Blu-ray. I think I already did in my last haul video. If you have not seen my last haul video, go check it out. It's actually where I showed you guys a lot of the cool stuff. But I loved the Addams Family movie. Now, I actually did not know what the Addams Family was until I got into a play at my high school. And I went back and like watched some of the old clips and some of the old show, and it was amazing. So when I found out they were making a movie, I had to go see it, and I'm so glad I did. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I could not stop laughing through this. It was really good. I highly recommend it. But I have the Blu-ray copy, so it did come with the digital code, and so that is the Addams Family. So now the next one. Now, this is technically it's the third installment, but it's a sequel to a more recent one. We got Jumanji: The Next Level. Such a good film, and actually, funny fact, this is the only one I saw in theaters. The other one I tried to go see in theaters so many times, but unfortunately I didn't. But luckily I got the Blu-ray like last year, and I went back and watched the movie. I saw it before on TV, but then I went back and watched it. I absolutely love it. But then I saw The Next Level in theaters. I bought the Blu-ray right when it came out. I actually pre-ordered this. It was actually one of my first movies I've ever pre-ordered, but I'm so glad I did. I love this film. Now, I like this film more action-wise, and I like the other one more comedic-wise. Like, they both had good comedy, and they both had good action, but if you wanted more action movie, get this. If you want a more comedic movie, watch the first one, or just watch both of them and have a good time. But that was an amazing movie. Now, this next movie, a lot of people either like it or don't like it, and it's one of the most underrated movies of all time. It's The Wizard with Fred Savage, and it's about a little boy who goes to a video game convention and wins a big mega prize. And this movie is basically about a boy, like I said, a small little boy named Jimmy. His brother, played by Fred Savage, takes him and breaks him out of a mental institution, and they meet a girl named Haley, and they go to a video game competition. I meant to say competition, not convention, but this is such a good movie. You should really go watch it. You might think at first it's a little film. People just say it's just a Nintendo commercial and filmed behind a family film. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I love Nintendo, but this is actually a video game movie that I can recommend. This is actually, I don't want to say video game movie, but it has video games in it. It's about video games, so I highly recommend that movie. Now, the next one, there's actually 3 movies, so it's not just one, it's 3. I love this trilogy ever since I first saw it. I actually only first saw all 3 of them through, like, going from 1, 2, 3 last year, and I absolutely love them. I'm actually obsessed with them. It's the Back to the Future 30th Anniversary Trilogy. Now, this came out for the 30-year anniversary, and I think they're doing another one, but it's the 35th anniversary. It's the same movies, but like in the same bonus features. I think the only thing different is that it's coming like with a mini DeLorean replica, but I'm good with this. It's actually like a book, so it has information on the first film. So there's Back to the Future 1, Back to the Future 2, Back to the Future 3, and the bonus features. And it actually does come with 2 episodes of the Back to the Future cartoon series. It was pretty funny, but I actually wish they could have done like a big set later. I think they actually did release a DVD box set of both seasons of Back to the Future, the animated series. Can someone look that up and let me know? Because I would actually love to do that. And so that was the Back to the Future trilogy. Now, this movie, when I first saw the trailer, for the very first trailer, I did not want to see it, but then they remade them, and I really wanted to go see the movie. I saw it in theaters. I absolutely loved it. It's the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. This movie was so good. He definitely got treated better than Mario in the Mario Brothers movie, which was complete trash. But this movie is so good. Sonic the Hedgehog worked better in a movie form. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I highly recommend this movie. And for a limited time, if you pre-ordered it, if not, you actually got a free comic book for a limited time. But I'm lucky I was able to get it. I highly recommend that movie. I love Sonic. Okay, now this next Blu-ray, I really saw this movie 3 years ago. And it took me 3 years to get it on DVD and Blu-ray. Luckily, I found it on sale for $6 on Amazon. It's an underrated movie. It was such a good film. It really surprised me when I was 11. It's the 2017 Power Rangers movie. Do not judge me. Don't judge me. I really love this film. I saw it in theaters. I really enjoyed it. And I was just blown away by what they could have done. And it's obviously based on the classic 93 Rangers. Because you can see, like, the T-Rex and all that. But they really made it really good. So they didn't have to go back to the regular Mighty Morphin projects, like, you know, from the 90s. But I'm not going to say anything to you guys. You guys got to go watch it. Though, was so good. Alright, so I was done for a while, but there are still a couple I wanted, but this next one I really needed to get, and it is right here. So, due to the pandemic, I could not see this movie in theaters, but now I can have it in my home. It's a Scooby-Doo, we're coming after you, we're gonna solve the mysteries. I finally have Scoob. I've been dying to see this movie. I loved Scooby-Doo growing up. It wasn't one of the shows I watched all the time, but every time it was on like Cartoon Network, I would always watch it. I thought it was really good, but now they have a new movie. The gang is back. I'm so excited to watch it. It does come with the digital code, but I'm not showing you because I don't want you to take my movie. But I'm so glad that I'm finally able to have Scoob, mine to own. Now, you might be saying that it's on HBO Max. Unfortunately for me, I don't know why, but I tried to go into it and it said error, and I didn't care because I already pre-ordered this before I got an HBO Max subscription. So now I have it. So even if it starts working again, I'm not gonna watch it on there since I'll have this in the digital code. But I'm so glad I got Scoob. This was one of the movies I really wanted to see on the big screen, but now I can on a TV screen. But those are all my DVDs and Blu-rays. I have more, believe it or not. I actually have a couple more in mind that I do actually want to get. But those are all the Blu-rays and the DVDs I've gotten over the past 4 months. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, because in my opinion, you always need topics in my life. And actually follow me on Instagram at Isaiah Topic Rivers. I'll be putting exclusive content, and I'm going to start showing you guys stuff on the Instagram story. And if I only have like a couple things coming, so I don't have to push it into a video, I'm going to show you guys there first, so that's where you guys can go see it first. So Isaiah River Topics on Instagram, and also follow me on Twitch at MJFan135, but I am changing it to Isaiah Topic Rivers. I'm going to start streaming on there since I got all these new games. I can start streaming over there. But thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, because in my opinion, you always need topics in my life. So until I see you guys again, peace to the O, to the U, to the T. Peace out, guys.